There is a window open right now at your grocery store and most people are walking straight past it without knowing it exists. Not the dramatic stuff, not the panic buying videos that go viral online. Something quieter. 9 specific items that have been sitting on the same shelves at the same prices for years are about to get significantly more expensive. And the gap between what has already happened upstream in the supply chain and what the shelf price currently reflects is closing fast. The deadline is June 1st, not because of a single event, because the data from commodity markets, crop reports and trade filings all point to the same window, and that window is closing before summer arrives. 9 items. Real numbers behind each one. Exactly what to do this week. Let's get into it. Item number 1. Canned tuna. Most people reach for a can of tuna without giving it a second thought. That automatic decision is about to get more expensive and the shift has already started. Fishing quotas in major tuna fisheries have tightened. Fuel costs for commercial fleets have stayed elevated. And here is the part that most shoppers completely missed. Several major brands already made the cans smaller. A can that held 6 ounces 2 years ago now holds 5. Same label, same shelf position, same price. Less tuna. That was round 1. Round 2 is a price increase layering on top of the size reduction simultaneously. Canned tuna keeps for 2 to 4 years without quality loss. Buy the brand your household actually reaches for. Stock it now before both rounds of the price increase are fully visible on the shelf. Item number 2. Dry pasta. Pasta has been the financial floor of home cooking for generations. That floor is not disappearing, but it is rising faster than most people have registered. Global wheat markets have been volatile for 2 consecutive years. Weather disruptions in major growing regions, energy costs pushing fertilizer prices upward, all of it flowing into grain production costs. Manufacturers absorbed those increases for as long as they could. That absorption is ending. Here is the part that closes the obvious workaround. Store brands are repricing right behind the name brands. Switching to generic is not the solution when the entire category moves at the same time. Dry pasta stored properly lasts essentially forever. It does not spoil, it does not go stale. £20 bought now is £20 of protection against a repricing already in motion. Item number 3. Cooking oil. Olive oil prices roughly doubled over the past 3 years after consecutive crop failures across Spain, Italy and Portugal. That part made headlines. What got far less attention was what happened to everything else. When olive oil became genuinely unaffordable, demand shifted to canola, vegetable and sunflower oil all at once. Simultaneous demand pressure hit every substitute category. And sunflower oil brought its own independent supply problem from geopolitical instability in Eastern Europe, where a large share of global production is concentrated. Retail data from early 2026 shows cooking oils broadly elevated with no downward correction visible in market signals. Buy the largest format container you can reasonably use within 12 months. Oils go rancid, so do not overbuy, but 1 or 2 large jugs locked in now before summer pricing arrives is a straightforward decision. Item number 4. Canned tomatoes. This is the item most people will skip over because it feels too ordinary to matter. That instinct is exactly what makes it worth paying attention to. California processes the overwhelming majority of canned tomatoes sold in American grocery stores. The 2025 growing season in the Central Valley faced serious compound stress. Heat during critical pollination windows combined with water restrictions that have been tightening for years. Supply chain lag means a stressed harvest takes 6 to 12 months to reach the shelf. That lag is ending right now. Commercial buyers in restaurant supply have already been building inventory since March. Retail shoppers always move last. You do not have to move last. Buy a full case before the end of May. Canned tomatoes keep for 2 to 3 years. When the price moves in midsummer, you will know exactly why this was worth doing. Item number 5. Rice. Here is something most American shoppers have never had reason to think about. In 2023, India, the single largest rice exporter, globally implemented sweeping export restrictions to protect its own domestic supply. Global prices spiked immediately. What did not get covered was what happened after. Prices did not come back down. They settled into a new higher baseline. When commodity prices stop retracing after a supply event, it typically means the market has structurally repriced, not just temporarily shifted. The conditions that caused the original spike are still in place. Export policy uncertainty, climate stress in growing regions, Higher energy costs in processing and transport, none of it has resolved. Large format bags still offer solid value. 2 bags bought now is straightforward protection against a category that has already shown it does not correct easily. Item number 6, instant coffee. The commodity price for green coffee beans roughly doubled between 2023 and early 2026. Brazil faced consecutive seasons disrupted by drought and frost. Vietnam had its own independent yield problems. Both major producing regions hit in overlapping growing periods. Here is the part most people have not registered yet. Your grocery store price has not caught up. Roasters bought beans months in advance at lower contracted prices. Those buffers are running out. As they replace inventory at current commodity prices, the full cost flows to retail. There is no mechanism to stop it. It is just on a delay. Analysts are projecting retail increases of 20 to 40% on packaged coffee in the second half of 2026, by 3 months of your normal consumption before June. Whole beans freeze well in sealed airtight bags for 6 to 12 months. Item number 7, butter. A few years ago, you grabbed a pound of butter without looking at the price. That era is behind us, and based on what the data shows, it is not coming back soon. Feed costs for dairy herds rose. Processing costs, packaging, cold chain logistics all went up simultaneously. Dairy producers run on tight margins, and when every input cost climbs at the same time, those costs find their way to the shelf. Butter absorbed more pressure than most other dairy products because of where it sits in the processing chain. Retail data from early 2026 shows butter well above its 5-year average with no correction signal ahead. The practical move is simple. Butter freezes. Wrapped properly, it holds full quality for up to a year. Buy 2 to 4 pounds and freeze what you do not need immediately. You're locking in today's price against a category that has given no sign it plans to come down. Item number 8, canned soup. Walk down the soup aisle of any major grocery chain today and count the empty slots. Not the specialty varieties, the basics, chicken noodle, tomato, vegetable beef, the ones that have been sitting on American shelves for over a century. What is happening is product consolidation. Food companies are systematically reducing production runs on lower performing varieties to simplify their supply chains. Fewer products means better margins for them. The consumer experience is shelves with rotating gaps where familiar products used to be reliably available. Canned soup matters for a reason most people overlook. It is already a complete meal requiring 0 preparation. Standard canned soups carry a shelf life of 3 to 5 years. Stock the varieties your household actually eats, because a supply of food nobody wants to eat is not a reserve. It is a frustration. Item number 9, iodized salt in large format. This is the one that genuinely surprises people. Salt, the most fundamental preservation ingredient humans have ever used, getting harder to find in large formats, and almost nobody is talking about it. Domestic salt production has consolidated dramatically over the past 2 decades. Several major facilities have closed. The producers that remain have increased focus on industrial applications and road desing contracts, which command better margins than the grocery aisle. Large format bags are appearing less consistently at retail, as stores reduce shelf space for low-margin bulk commodities. Here is why this goes beyond seasoning. Iodine deficiency is the leading preventable cause of intellectual disability worldwide. In normal circumstances, iodized salt in the diet keeps that concern irrelevant. In any situation where dietary variety is reduced, that assumption stops being automatic. Salt stored in a sealed airtight container does not expire. It does not degrade. A 25-pound bag bought now simply sits there waiting in perfect condition indefinitely. Here is the thread running through all 9 of these. Costs rise upstream. Manufacturers and retailers absorb them for a while because visible price increases change how people shop. Then the absorption runs out and prices move. The lag between what happened upstream and what appears on the shelf is typically 6 months to a year. That lag is the window. And that window is open right now. This is not about fear or dramatic lifestyle changes. It is about buying what you were already going to buy now instead of later. On your next 2 or 3 shopping trips, add 2 or 3 items from this list to your cart. Done 3 times over the next few weeks, and you have built a practical buffer against price increases that are already documented and already moving. The people who act on real information before the obvious signal arrives absorb less of the shift than the people who wait. Which item on this list are you buying first? Drop it in the comments. I appreciate every single one.